A narcissist is 5 times more likely to leave you and completely abandon you when one specific thing happens in your life. Before I tell you exactly what that is, let me explain how a narcissist actually chooses a partner, because it is completely contrary to popular belief. Most people think a narcissist looks for someone who is weak, gullible, naive, or easy to manipulate. But that is a complete lie. They do not choose you because you're weak. They choose you because of how invaluable you are as a commodity. They choose you for what you have to offer and the ways you can bring relief and services to their lives. Take my own family history, for example. When my father, who is an overt narcissist, chose my mother, it had absolutely nothing to do with love or connection, even though my mother is a covert narc as well. He chose her for two very specific things: her incredible ability to get hard work done, and most importantly, for the money she could earn because she was employed and earning very well by their standards at that time. My father did not even try to hide his cruelty later on. He looked my mother right in the eye and told her straight to her face, "Do you think I got married to you because there is something special about you? I got married to you for money because you earn. That is it." That is the reality of a narcissist. It is purely transactional. What they can extract out of you is the only thing that determines how invested they are in you and how they will treat you. Today, we're exposing the absolute cruelty behind this mindset and looking at the exact moment they are 5 times more likely to discard you faster than you can blink. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. Before we look deeper into this, I understand if you missed our free seminar on healing from narcissistic abuse, which is still up for a day or two. But whatever you do, do not miss this Sunday's closing ceremony session, which will put this entire topic to rest for a whole year. This is your ultimate opportunity to witness a real thriver, someone who has actually been through the exact agonizing experience, not just a bystander, and is now healing. I'll also be answering your personal questions live. So make sure you click the link and join us before the doors close. Now, without any further stalling, let me tell you exactly what that breaking point is. A narcissist is 5 times more likely to abandon you the exact moment you get terminally ill, when you are deeply sick, and when you can no longer be of any physical, financial, or emotional use to them. To understand why this happens, you have to realize that when a narcissist first targets you, they create a silent contract in their own mind. You never got to read this contract, and you definitely never consented to it. But in their eyes, you are automatically given a heavy role and a massive set of responsibilities. They assign you a job description from day one. In their mind, you are hired to be their permanent cook, their dedicated maid, their primary earner, and the endless emotional battery that keeps their ego going and alive. They do not see a living, breathing human being with feelings, dreams, and vulnerabilities. They see a high-performing appliance that they brought into their house to make their life perfect. And just like a boss who expects a worker to perform without ever taking a single sick day, the narcissist holds you strictly responsible for performing this role every second of your life. But what happens when the machine stops working? What happens when you face a severe medical crisis, a terrifying diagnosis, or a terminal illness that drains your physical strength? This is the exact moment the entire illusion of the relationship completely shatters into a million pieces. Because a narcissist views people exactly the way normal people view a household appliance. The reaction to your illness is not sadness or worry or empathy, which technically it should be. Think about what you do when your microwave or your refrigerator suddenly breaks down. I've given you these examples before. You do not sit next to it, comfort it, and ask it how it is feeling. You get deeply annoyed because your life has just become less convenient. You feel frustrated that the machine is no longer doing the job you got it for. That is exactly how mechanical and inhuman a narcissist is. Your sickness is not a tragedy to them. It is an annoying inconvenience that disrupts their comfort. When you are fighting for your health inside your own home, the environment turns incredibly cold and hostile. You are treated like an abandoned maid or a broken servant whom nobody cares for anymore. You will be lying in bed with a severe fever or recovering from a painful medical treatment, and the narcissist will walk right past your bedroom door without even looking inside. They will not bring you a glass of water. They will not check on your temperature, and they will completely refuse to help you get your medication. They do not care if you have eaten, and they will never ask if you need a ride to the hospital. You suddenly find yourself completely invisible to the person who swore to love you in sickness and in health. You're reduced to a piece of old, torn out furniture that sits in the corner of the room, collecting dust. It takes up space, it looks bad, it is entirely useless to them, and they wish they could just drag it out to the curb and get rid of it. The sheer inhumanity of this experience is enough to make you question your entire reality. When you are dealing with the terrifying fear of being ill, you also have to carry the crushing weight of their absolute indifference. If you gather enough strength to ask them for a simple favor like making you a bowl of soup or helping you up the stairs, you will be met with a heavy sigh, a rolling of the eyes, or a sudden burst of anger. They will make you feel like the most selfish person on earth for dare needing their assistance. They will openly complain about how your medical bills are ruining their budget or how your lack of energy is making their life incredibly boring. They will treat your physical suffering as a personal attack against their happiness. They behave like a malfunctioning computer program that encounters an error code because they do not have the empathy software installed in their system. They simply freeze up, turn mean, and shut down any human connection. They basically show you who they are. The cruelty goes even deeper than just ignoring you inside the house, because a narcissist cannot survive for long without a constant stream of attention, validation, and domestic service. They cannot afford to wait around for you to heal. They need their supply, and they need it right now. So while you are sitting in a hospital waiting room or trying to rest in bed, the narcissist is already actively hunting for your replacement. They will not hesitate for a single second to look for another supply. They will download dating apps, flirt with co-workers, or start secret relationships behind your back. They will be with another man or another woman in a heartbeat if that is what it takes to get their physical and emotional needs met. They will comfortably transfer all the charm, attention, and false love they once gave to a brand new target, while you are left stranded in your weakest moment. They don't feel a single ounce of guilt or shame about this betrayal, about pushing you even when you cannot be pushed anymore. Because in their mechanical mind, you broke the contract first by getting sick. You're not supposed to get sick. This sudden and heartless abandonment is one of the most painful traumas a person can ever experience at the hands of their own spouse or parent. But it also provides you with the ultimate undeniable truth. It strips away every single excuse you have unconsciously ever made for their bad behavior in the past. For years, you may have told yourself that they were just stressed, that they had a difficult childhood, or that they just struggled to express their emotions. But when you are terminally ill or deeply sick, and they leave you to suffer alone while they run off to chase a new target, the mask is completely gone forever. You finally see the raw, pitch-black truth of who they really are. You realize that they never loved your soul. They only loved your utility. They loved the money you brought in, the clean house you provided, the children you raised, and the status you gave them. The moment you could no longer perform those duties, your value dropped to zero, and your role in their life was permanently canceled. As horrifying as this realization is, it's also the very thing that can set your spirit free. When a narcissist abandons you because you are sick, they are doing you a massive unintended favor. They're showing you that their presence in your life was nothing but a heavy, draining illusion. That sickness is because of them. You no longer have to waste your precious limited energy trying to fix a relationship with a machine that has no heart. You can finally redirect all of that love, care, and vital energy back into your own physical and emotional healing. You deserve to be surrounded by real human beings who offer genuine empathy, deep compassion, and true support when you need it the most. You do not have to spend another day begging a cold, mechanical narcissist to see your basic humanity. If you are completely done letting a narcissist treat you like a disposable appliance, if you are tired of carrying the weight of their total indifference while you're trying to survive, your time to protect your peace is right now. Remember, our live 3-day seminar is officially over, but you still have a very limited window to watch the full replays over the next day or two. And most importantly, you cannot afford to miss this tomorrow's live closing ceremony session. This is the final event where we tie everything together, answer your personal questions live, and listen to a real thriver who has successfully navigated through this exact nightmare. So click the link in the description or the pinned comment below. I'll talk to you in the next one. Secure your spot. Until then, let the healing begin and continue.